Internet, you're tuned into the Combat Jack Show, the CombatJackShow.com. What's up, Premium
What's going
Pete?
on, Combat?
Listen, man, I'm not going to hesitate. I'm just going to jump into it right now.
Okay.
You know, Internets, you've heard me talk about this man for years now. I mean, this man, if you don't consider this man one of the greatest that's ever done it with regard to the medium of broadcasting and radio, you're a fucking idiot.
Yep.
All right? Listen, Internets, we welcome once again
Reggie
to the
USA.
Combat Jack Show, Mr. Troy Star Terrain. What's up, Star?
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm doing very good, man. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Call me Troy because I know you as Reggie.
Okay, Troy. So we're gonna play it. We're gonna play like this.
Or we can do Star and Combat Jack. Well, whatever
the fuck we want to do. We're two grown men, right?
I respect you. Good to see you, man.
Like what? Like you're 50 years old.
5-0.
50 years old, and you look. He looks what?
He looks like 25.
30. I'd give him 31.
He's wearing leather jogging pants,
leather pants,
polo duck
boots.
And a Priest shirt.
Is that Priest or Brooks?
No, this is Brooks Brothers.
That's Brooks Brothers, sir.
Excuse me. I thought he was a priest.
How you dressing so young right now, man?
I'm laying down with low mileage pussy, and my girlfriend tells me what the fuck to wear.
And how old is your girlfriend this year, man?
She's 27 now.
27.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little too old for you, sir?
Yes, it is.
But you guys, how long you been dating her, man?
Going on 4 years now.
4 years. So it's kind of serious, huh?
No, I'm actually trapped. I can't get out of the fucking relationship. So you know.
Wait. How the fuck are you, Mr. Terrain, trapped?
She gave me the snatch. You know, I was the first one. You know, to get the snatch. So I'm going nowhere.
Oh, you deflowered her.
Yes.
And what is she? Is she Dominican? Is she Haitian?
Her family's from St. Vincent. She's,
okay.
You know, born in the States here. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So listen, man.
She's a vicious life-sucking bitch. Can we just applaud her real quick and then move the fuck on from that topic, please?
And she's dressing you.
Yeah. A King, my nigga, what's good?
Yo, what's up, A King?
A King's got a cast on his foot. Would you put your foot in somebody's ass?
Now his son, put his foot in his ass.
Oh, shit. Hey, yo. Hey, I'm excited to be here, man. Thank you for the invite, and
yes, sir.
And for always, you know, just being a straight up dude with me, and you know, as we continue on in our journey. Aren't you 50 also?
I'm close to it, man.
Okay.
Don't put my shit out there, B.
Oh, you put his shit.
Don't put my. He puts his shit out there.
You put his shit out there.
No, he said it on his own show, Pete.
Okay.
Mind your business, dude.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Mind your business,
Okay,
sir.
I'm sorry.
So we are streaming live, right?
No. This comes up this comes up next Tuesday.
Okay.
This comes up next Tuesday.
All right.
Unless you want it up earlier.
No. I just want to see if
because I know you have some plans.
No, I'm fine. I'm good. I just want to see if we're sitting here like they do at This Is 50, you know, on fucking broken microphones.
Okay, listen. I've been watching your show, Shot 97.
Yes,
and you
sir.
do a superb job, sir.
Thank you, man.
I don't understand how you summon up all this talent to speak for over 30 minutes brilliantly. Where do you get that talent from, man? What the fuck is that, man?
Well, we do a show, myself and DJ Alias.
Great show, by the way, Internet.
Thank you. It's 5 days a week. And we try to do 5 days a week. Sometimes it's 4. I mean, I've got other obligations. I have another business in Pennsylvania that is very, very demanding. But you know, after being on the radio since 2000, you know, with other people, you know, having other people to rely on and to do other things, I just got to the point where I wanted to do what Rush Limbaugh does. I wanted to talk and see if I could address the issues and just be forceful, be taken serious, of course, and many people do take me serious. I appreciate that. So it's been very therapeutic, and I push myself. You know, I don't have the cushion or the crutches that I used to have by with people, you know, researching things for me. I mean, I have to now really, you know, just go in on the internet and take notes. I have to do a whole lot of shit that just prepares me for the actual show.
Okay. Now, you've been talking about a lot of issues, man. Some very serious issues.
Yeah.
Some issues that
Motherfuck the police, first and foremost.
Fuck the police.
Let me just say
As a
that.
matter of fact, I just tweeted today.
Guilty until proven innocent. All you fucking pigs.
My 12-year-old son was stopped by a cop last week and forced to go into his bag and the whole nine. If you know my kid, he's the sweetest kid, man.
Yeah.
Fuck the police for having to put him through that shit. But anyway, before we get into that, man, what's going on with you and thisis50.com?
Respect to 50. You know,
what do you think about 50, man?
Well, hang on. He and I are cool. We have a mutual respect, and I have no hatred towards anyone. But you know, I mean, I give it and I can take it. Yes. And if you come at me sideways, I'm coming back at you. So you know, the crumbs and the bums over at This Is 50, you know, try to come at me. You know, with a bum ass rapper by the name of Tone Trump. So I mean, I just fired a couple of Scud missiles. I have not pulled out the cannon yet, but if I have to, I will.
Now, were you working with them in any way, or were you affiliated with them?
We've worked with each other, and primarily because my homie Nelson, was Nelson. Nelson was
yes.
a G-Unit for fucking 14, 15 years. But Nelson is not there, and the fucking bottom has fallen out. I mean,
so Nelson was the glue that was holding it together in a sense.
This is 50, yeah, and G-Unit and the whole shit, but he's gone now, so they don't even stream live on fucking YouTube anymore. I mean, they stand in a fucking room, just talking on broken microphones, no goddamn SMS headphones.
No SMS headphones.
Yeah, 50 doesn't stock the fucking refrigerator with vitamin water no more.
No vitamin water.
So you're coming at me sideways? Really?
Well, who's coming at you sideways, man?
Yeah, every night get into it, but I'm having fun. It's not that serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that, man. So
fuck them.
So you will lead the charge. You will lead the charge. This is what you've been.
I will finish the game as far as those bums go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so have you spoken to 50, or has 50 reached out to you?
50 and I don't follow each other on Twitter. We don't play all that weird shit. I mean, if we need to talk, we can talk, but there's nothing to talk about. It's not that serious.
It's just a janky operation, basically.
Well, no. If the soldiers try to come at a boss.
Well, how did they try to come at you?
Hang on. If the soldiers try to come at a boss,
right, which is yourself, sir.
I'm a boss.
Yes, sir.
Cheer.
Then the boss has the right to level the fucking playing field.
Of course.
To take whoever's head off.
Right.
However.
So specifically, give us specifics. How did someone come at you, man?
It's just the whole, the whole thing about promoting this fucking bum, Tone Trump, who
is Tone? I have no clue who the fuck he is.
Hang on. You promoting
Hey, King, am I supposed to know who Tone Trump is?
I'm going to lay it out to you.
Okay. Who is Tone Trump?
You're promoting a bum who got slapped in his fucking face back in 2008 or 2009.
Battle rapper type shit?
Hang on. Okay. Slapped in his face in the fucking streets by Math Hoffa. Now he's salty at me.
Math Hoffa is the white boy.
No. Combat Jack, you're rushing me. Is he on coke? What's going on here?
No, I'm not on coke. You know what it is, bro? The last time you was on the show, man, you took it over, and I love that. But some of my audience is like, yo, you gonna let Star take over?
I'm mellow right now. Math Hoffa is that nigga for real. He slapped the shit out of fucking Tone Trump. I was in Philly. I took $450,000, I forget, from Radio 1 to host a show back in 2010 and 2011. Tone Trump came on my show, and he denied that Math Hoffa slapped him. Now we're in Philly, which is where he's from. He claims West Philly, but he's actually from Norristown, so they say. So he's been tight with me since 2010. So now you go up on This Is 50 years later, and you finally fucking come at me? So he's.
But what did he say?
Hang on. He's a washed up dude.
Okay.
And This Is 50's washed up. So I just said, hey, well, you know what? I'll fucking bust a couple. I'll shoot a couple of Scud missiles back at you. Let's not sit here and waste time about what the fuck he said. I got a campaign called "Fuck the Police."
Fuck the police.
That's what's really important.
You will lead the charge.
I am leading the charge.
And tell us what "Fuck the Police" is about, sir.
It's a show. It's a movement. It's a resistance. We have a crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo right now. You can go to shot97.com. You can follow us on Twitter at Star and Buck Wild. Right to the point, I was wrong about the police for a lot of years.
You were a police sympathizer.
I was a cop supporter. I wanted to be a cop. And
then you also try to apply for the FBI, sir?
No, I couldn't get to the FBI because I'm a fucking high school dropout. But
and you need a college degree.
You need a college degree. But I applied to be a cop, I think maybe 3 times in my life. And then I had to stop and realize, why the fuck do I want to become a cop? And you know what? I mean, I had to be honest with myself because I wanted to be a piece of shit. I wanted to abuse people. And
Go ahead. Why weren't you accepted in the force?
I'm a high school dropout.
Okay. And you need a high school diploma.
And I'm a former cokehead, and maybe somewhere.
But they don't know about the coke activities.
Well, who knows?
But you need a high school dropout. You need a high school diploma to be a police officer.
Yeah.
Not a college diploma.
To my knowledge, there's only a few states that you have to have a college degree to be a police officer.
That explains everything.
That's the problem, if you ask me. That's a big part of the problem. Most of these cops are fucking uneducated.
Very uneducated.
You're conditioned by the hatred of America. England, our mother country. Africa's the motherland, but England is the mother country. In
1829, sir.
1829. The Metropolitan Police Act. That's when they put together the force, the police force. But they said, hey, we as citizens, we don't want police, or they call them bobbies, to have weapons.
Right. Other than the batons or whatever.
Now they have guns in their cars if they need them.
Right.
Since the early 90s, they have a police force that almost like SWAT that will come out if cops are being shot and so on and so forth. But here's the thing. We're talking about the most vicious colonizers, mass murderers, rapists,
The English, of course.
land stealers
Yes.
on the planet.
Right.
England.
Yes.
They don't want police carrying guns within their fucking community. And I mean, just think about that for a second. What they do on the outside is fine, but inside
Within their homeland.
inside our structure and movements, we don't want our kids being fucking shot down, abused, and violated. So you will not carry a gun here. You are a citizen on patrol. That's how they view it over in fucking England. So I mean, like,
but this has been since day one, of course.
Well, yes. I mean, going back to the 1800s.
Yes.
So I mean, the conditioning of and the form of thinking that they have is superior to ours here, and we always think that we're better here. We think that we're smarter, and we're not.
Well, we're the bastard children.
We're the bastard child, but at the
We're
same,
the rapists and the thieves.
well, we're the
and
same
the whores.
thing, the
that were
same
cast
thing
out
that
into the
they
new world.
are, but they're smarter. They don't have the cops shooting fucking people. Has anyone seen how fucking sad that is? Recently, there's a video out there. A man of color. He's deranged, but shot 46 fucking times.
40, yeah.
Cops standing around him. Why? Why was he shot like that? Why wasn't he, taser him? Tackle
Tackle
him.
the motherfucker.
Straight jacket.
I was wrong, man. That's it. I was wrong. My heart fucking goes out.
I want to go back.
Go ahead.
What was it again? I interrupted you. What was it again that attracted you to the force? Was it a sense of...
I was uneducated.
Okay.
I was ignorant.
Right.
I thought that I could be in a position of authority over those who were lesser than me.
Right.
That's the real, man. And that's why we have a lot of cops in the position that they're in. And I'm man enough to fucking admit that.
What changed?
I'm older. I'm more rational within how I move throughout life. And, believe it or not, I mean, I have no biological children, but I can't sit back at 50 and watch other people's children get fucking shot, beaten, violated, and killed. I can't do that, man. I just can't do it.
Now, Star, we come from the same era.
Yeah.
And you definitely know the conditions, particularly of this city, before we became uber militarized.
Right.
I mean, 42nd Street.
Yeah.
You've seen some shit. But you've also seen a different attitude with regard to police officers. Like, police officers were there to fucking serve, protect, and break a nigga's neck. But it wasn't as crazy as it was right now. Am I bugging?
Not only does the internet magnify, but it also intensifies.
Right.
And you have pigs, pieces of shit, that see other pieces of shit, how they conduct themselves, and you have a chain reaction. And let me just say, my show that starts this Monday, November the 3rd, whenever this airs, that's fine, is there for people of color,
Right.
Caucasians, Hispanics, Asians.
This is not just for people of color.
Yeah, this is a show about human rights, man. I mean, it's just it's fucked up that people are just being treated like fucking subhumans. This is a police nation, sadly.
Did the events of Ferguson also have any effect on you?
Absolutely.
When they pull those fucking tanks out, B.
It's been prior to that and also seeing young white kids being shot and killed. It's not just a black thing with
Right.
me. I'm half Italian, so I mean, I feel for all people that are being treated like subhumans. I mean, and when you talk about the National Guard going into fucking Ferguson, that was within 2 weeks. But yet and still, the fucking pigs have spent $1 million a week. They didn't send in the National Guard. They finally just found Eric Frame, the fucking alleged cop killer, today.
That's crazy.
Yeah, millions of dollars they've spent for what, close to 7 weeks. And why couldn't you get the National Guard in there to find him?
So what is the purpose of the show? Tell us what the premises of the show and what the goal is.
Information.
Okay. So is it going to be a live show? Are people going to be calling in? Are you going to? Because I saw the videos you put up on your on your site. I'm sorry. And the videos are very, very graphic. Like, if you're watching these videos,
shocking.
You have videos.
I'm
of
a shock jock.
Like police abusing the fuck out of Americans.
Their
Black,
power. Yeah.
white,
Yeah.
male, female, young, old, crippled. The fucking the dude in the wheelchair.
Beating paraplegics
Yes.
in fucking wheelchairs. How sad is that?
So once again, what's the format?
5 days a week.
Yeah.
I sit in my chair in Pennsylvania.
Comfortable Pennsylvania.
Well,
gated community.
No.
Okay.
I'm in Hazleton. I'm on a 40-acre spread, but let's not get it fucked up. I mean, I have to protect myself.
Right.
So but the actual show is broadcasted from the Poconos, not my actual place of residence. So I have to travel to and from. I own the building that we do the show in.
Nice.
So
I wish we had a little bell like you do, man. I love that fucking bell. Internets, you got to watch this man's show on Shot 97.
So the show is about information.
Right.
People need to be educated. People need to know about certain things with regards to the law. A lot of these police don't have the right to violate you the way that they do. I mean, in certain states, you don't even have to fucking produce an ID, and you have cops that just take that over the fucking edge. Yeah, a lot of these cops don't have probable cause, and based upon their thinking, their form of thinking that it's us against them, they're like ready to fucking flip the switch on you.
Now, once again, I asked you earlier, and you said that this information age intensifies.
Yeah.
But would you agree that when we were coming up, like we didn't love the cops, but the cops weren't wilding. I remember one time smoking a blunt on fucking Kingston Avenue, so fucking high out of my mind that when I passed a lady cop, she was like, "Yo, just put that shit out."
Right.
That I'd be in cuffs today. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, but I mean,
what's changed, man?
I'm so much of the times now.
Right.
I mean, yes, what I did once upon a time, I got a lot of passes. I grew up in a beautiful fucking place called Scotts Plains, New Jersey. But as a 50-year-old rational man, I can't sit here and just ignore the fact that people's sons and daughters are being violated. I mean, we've got cops punching females in the face. This shit goes up on the internet, and the fucking police station where these cops work are not even issuing any fucking public response.
There's no accountability.
No accountability.
There's no accountability.
You're public fucking servants, you
Right.
pieces of shit.
Even a pregnant woman was on tape. She got thrown down to the floor. She was like 8 months
They
pregnant.
threw a Hispanic woman down to the fucking floor because she's intervening with regards to her son.
Yeah.
There's just no regard for human life, if you ask me.
Right. No, we don't have to. We know. But the thing is this: you talk about gun culture, and you talk about England, and from the gate, from its inception, the Bobbies don't carry or walk around with firearms. But this is a completely different nation. I mean, this is that frontier nation. We're gonna domesticate the savages, and you know what I'm saying? This is like the wild, wild west. That culture is inherent. Like, do you, in a sense, want to change that mentality or that ideology?
I want to do my part,
Right.
whatever that is.
Right.
Because people don't know, or some people, I guess, they don't put two and two together. England is capitalism driven also.
Of course.
They have drugs. They have, the same things that we do. But there's just a different form of thinking with regards to the police and the citizens. Now, are we ever going to have a police nation where police don't carry guns? No.
Right.
Because we have too much self-hatred. We've had over 400 years of slavery. Black people are still looked upon as the bottom of the barrel here. I
would say increasingly so right now.
Yes, increasingly. There's a lot of thoughts about white genetic survival. There's a lot of paranoia, schizophrenia with regards to what has been done to American citizens thus far, and not just people of color, but there's just a more of a conditioning that going on that I truly believe to make police just feel like everyone is just beneath them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've also heard you talk about, your changing views with regard to Americans and the rights to bear arm. You know what I'm saying? I've heard you talk about you used to carry and then your ideology.
I still do.
You do still carry.
Sure.
So how can the police force change when we carry guns?
I don't think that all of us, or even most of us, need to carry guns.
Right.
I mean, I've been conditioned on hatred also. My philosophy is objective hate, so I try to be as objective as possible. But we don't need to carry guns. I mean, this is not the white man's wild, wild fucking west of the 1800s anymore. And again, is it ever going to be where we don't carry guns or the cops don't carry guns? Probably not. But we need to be better educated. And if you ask me, pay the cops $250,000 starting salary. But you know what? Get a fucking college degree before you become a cop. If you can't do that, then you can't be a cop. I mean, we have to raise the standards of who protects and serves us. We've got too many low-life pieces of shit that just pop off. Look at that sad fucking clown who shot that man of color in South Carolina simply because he went to reach for his wallet in the truck.
As he was instructed.
You told him to get the
As he
wallet,
was
you
instructed.
fucking piece of
Yeah.
shit. And that's why you got fired. That's why you're sitting in jail looking like a scared fucking puppy dog. I hope you get fucked in the ass.
Pause. Is that a pause?
Well, but yes, it's a pause. But you understand where he's coming from by saying that. You know what they need to do? They need to put a fucking highlighter on his asshole in fucking jail.
You know,
so at night they can see the
sad,
fucking
man.
the glow.
A lot of this shit I can't even laugh at anymore.
Right.
I'm so fucking appalled. You know, I mean, you know, I plan to move to Germany in about 8 years.
Really?
Sure. I don't want to have kids here, and my kids are at risk. You know, 50% of the fucking time. It's too much of a risk. But whilst I'm here, I want to try and do something. That's why we have this crowdfunding campaign.
And tell us about the crowdfunding campaign.
We need your support.
You know, what the window is and what your goal is. And
we have about 57 days left. We're trying to raise close to $150,000 so that I can broaden out my studios in Pennsylvania. I can bring in the very talented and beautiful Tarsha Jones. Miss Jones.
Miss Jones.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to bring Miss Jones in to host a show called Time to Heal about domestic violence. So there's a lot of things that I'm trying to do by way of talk media or talk, you know, I don't want to say radio because, you know, what we do now is bigger than just fucking radio.
Of course.
So the crowd...
More effective and efficient.
I think so, sure.
Right.
So the crowdfunding campaign, you can go to shot97.com. There's information right there. We ask for small donations, $3 donations, $5, $10, $50, you know, whatever you can do. If we don't hit $150,000, that's fine. If we only get $50,000, that's fine. I'm prepared to go all the way with this. I'm passionate about this. I'm 50. I can't sit here and talk about YMCMB no fucking more. I don't want to talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce, you know, respectfully. I don't want to talk about old school rappers, you know, what the fuck they're doing in 2015, respectfully. But I do want to talk about people's children that are being shot and killed, violated, females being treated like fucking, you know, common trash. I want to stand up and get on the front lines for this.
How did this idea of Time to Heal come to you, man?
Believe it or not, you know, I never forgot about Dee Barnes being beaten like an old slave.
Beats by Dre.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look on the internet, there's, you know, you have the guys from NWA talking about how she was beaten and how she deserved it. You have people that worked along with Dr. Dre who gave details about how he beat the shit out of her. So I never forgot that.
Right.
So when people got all hyped about Ray Rice, you know, and his wife, you know, I said, holy shit. I said, you know, this is something that's been going on in the quote-unquote urban culture or hip-hop genre.
The urban psyche.
For a long fucking time. And I just started, you know, just thinking, and then I had a problem with Dr. Dre because of his fucking arrogance with regards to, you know, not only did he fucking beat Dee Barnes half to death, he broke Michelle A's nose, one of his baby's mothers. And there's a white female rapper by the name of Terry B, who nobody speaks about. He punched her like he was Mike Tyson. She speaks about this. So again, as a 50-year-old man, I just can't sit here and just fucking, you know, constantly repeat these stories that I spoke about on the radio year in, year after, and not try to take part and be a part of the process. So that's why I said, you know, it's time to do a show similar to what Nancy Grace does, 5 days a week, that just talks about domestic violence. Now, it doesn't have to be just, you know, males who beat on females. It can be gay couples because the gays want to shut up every fucking thing. So
it could be women beating up on men.
Women beating the shit out of men. Yeah. So this is what the Shot 97 crowdfunding campaign is all about. And we need your support. And I'm not too proud to ask for donations.
Everybody's asking for donations right now.
You know what I do want to discuss with you, hopefully if we have time?
Yes.
You're a former lawyer.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll always be a lawyer.
Okay.
I'm just not practicing.
Right, okay. Who was behind the 360 deals? Was that Leo Cohen's regime?
Well, that's basically that's what you hear, that Leo came up with that, but I can't specifically say. Okay. I don't know if he came up with that.
I don't know specifically either. And Leo cut me a $125,000 check one time. So respect to him, but you know, I just find it.
Yo, I love the way you remember all these checks.
I keep the fucking receipts.
By the way, I spoke to Kevin Lyles yesterday.
How's he doing?
And he told me to send you his regards. He says he's got a lot of love for you.
Oh, thank you, man. So, I have a lot of respect for him as well.
Did you grab a check from him?
Well, Kevin and Leo gave me that check together.
They're part of the same machine.
So I don't want to come at them come at Leo sideways.
Right.
But you know.
But you said Damon Dash is not crazy.
Dame Dash is not crazy.
Okay.
Please hear me out. If you are a producer, a rapper, anybody who has a fucking mixed CD online, and especially DatPiff, respect to those at DatPiff, and you don't have a donate button next to your fucking craft, the yield of your labor, you're crazy. If you're African American, you gave 400 years of fucking free labor to this country. Why are you now giving free music away? Why? Because Leo Cohen and others lost their fucking grip like Tommy Mottola did, and the bottom shifted under their fucking feet, and the only way they tried to save Warner and all that other bullshit was to fucking rape you by way of taking not just your mechanical royalties, your publishing, but your fucking tour money,
your touring, everything.
So when you look at me asking for donations, the fucking hater, please know that I'm not crazy either. You should have a donate button next to your fucking free mix CD. And that's all I wanted to say.
Yo, Star, man, what do you say to the people that have known you over the years? I mean, you have an amazing reputation for going at cats, for not giving a fuck, for just going in on niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I do give a fuck, actually.
But no. But you sound like what do you think about now when people hear you talking about fuck the police and Tom the Hill and domestic violence? Like, oh, this nigga got a conscience right now?
I've always had a business sense about me.
Right.
Always.
Business sense, definitely.
Yeah.
But conscious.
Conscious as well. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's never personal with me.
Right. It's never been personal.
It's never been personal.
Okay.
You know, I can say something about somebody, and if you want to fight, we can fight. I used to stand in front of Hot 97 waiting for people. Waiting. Now, I don't throw...
Waiting.
Sure. I forget the year, but I think it was 2001 or 2002. Some guys kept calling the station, pardon me. And I got their number.
Which guys,
and I
man?
said, well, I'm not going to say their names.
Okay.
And I said, well, look, you niggas meet me downstairs at 10:15. Now, at 10:15, I'm downstairs. I got the 2 380s waiting. Buck Wall and his buddies are down there. And, you know, these niggas don't show up. So I call the number. They say, yo, where the fuck are you niggas at? And they say, who's this? I said, the motherfucker you threatened. Where you bitch niggas at? I'm no tough guy. But, you know.
But you're standing out in Manhattan with two pistols on you, dude.
They were
ready to.
They were registered. Round of applause. They were registered.
Were you really ready to blast?
I was an alcoholic. Who knows?
Okay.
Well, I still am an alcoholic. There's no such thing as a former alcoholic. But, you know, I do have a conscience. I always have. It's never personal with me. So when you say people who know me and how they perceive me, well, who gives a shit?
I understand you want to make some change. And fuck the police is a very strong title.
Yeah.
Don't you think you're going to antagonize the biggest gang in this nation?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And are you ready for that, man? You talked about your cousin being on the force.
Yeah.
And saying you don't
I have, you know, cousins and uncles that were on the force for years. Yeah.
So you come from that.
I come from a police family.
Right.
Yeah. I spoke to one of my piece of shit cousins. Hey, Sal, what's up, you fucking lowlife?
Sal,
hey,
what
boy.
up, Sal?
I spoke to my cousin Sal, who I haven't spoke to in fucking 6 years. He's a piece of shit, retired cop, you know? And, you know, this is a personal...
But these guys don't play fair.
Hang on.
They don't play fair, Star.
I know. This is a personal mission for me. Again, I can't sit and just watch people's children or people themselves be fucking violated. This is not what America's about. America is the land of fuckery.
Yes.
Our forefathers, our pilgrims came here to freak off, to practice, you know, multiple religions. You know, they raped and robbed the Indians. You know, this is who we are. You know, we can't run from who the fuck we are. But at the same time, you know, why are we internally treating people the way that they shouldn't be treated? So again, it's not just about me. Now, of course, my journey is a self-fulfilling, self-enlightening journey. But you know, there as a conscious human being, you can't just always ignore what's going on.
Right. You've changed, man.
No, I haven't.
You haven't changed? I'm the
same piece of shit from New Jersey.
No, but you sound different, man. You sound
I'm older.
You're older. You sound more compassionate. You look very comfortable in that peace with yourself, man.
Thank you, man.
Would you agree, man?
I think I'm more vicious, to be honest with you.
I don't hear any viciousness, man.
What?
Well,
I don't hear any viciousness.
I hear. He just learned how to perfect it.
No.
There you go.
What did he say that was vicious?
Well, you see, I know how to harness it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know how not to fall into the nigger thirst. The nigger thirst is a thirst that can never be quenched.
What is the nigger thirst, my man?
The nigger thirst wanted me to slap someone on camera months ago. I will not give the nigger thirst even a fucking taste of anything for them.
Let's talk. Are you talking about a specific incident?
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
You know, and I hate going back to this issue because.
No. I've got plenty of time for the dumb shit.
No. I'm just saying this issue seems to revolve around us as well. And I want to move from that issue, but it's an issue that's been big.
Let's
talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Yes. So
the nigger thirst.
The nigger thirst.
No, nigger.
Nigger thirst.
The nigger thirst.
So a couple of months ago, we were all upset.
Yeah. Were you?
I was upset at the disrespect.
Oh, okay. You're taking it back to the.
I'm taking it back to the inception because
disrespect for Chuck D.
Disrespect for Chuck D. Like you don't do that. Right. But I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum. I don't want to reopen.
Well, can I take it? Can I take it?
You take it.
Okay. Sir. Peter Rosenslaub.
Have you ever talked to Peter? Man?
Hang on. He is hip hop.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
He's hip hop.
Right.
I grew up loving heavy metal music. Mm-hmm. I'm a rock and roller. Didn't like basketball. Still don't give a fuck about basketball.
Don't give a fuck about LeBron.
I grew up on hockey.
Not fucking with the Knicks.
Fuck the Knicks.
There
you go. So I would be wrong to sit here and say because someone is Caucasian, they can't be hip hop.
Okay.
He is hip hop. Thus the reason why he should have known better to say what he said about Chuck D. Now, hip hop is not a culture. It's a genre of music. A culture has parameters, guidelines. It has, leaders. We've all thought that hip hop was a culture. Over the decades, it's not. It's just a free-for-all and a fucking circus. But in our heart of hearts, we do have certain people that are just untouchable. Okay, so...
And we all agree.
Yeah,
for the most part.
We all agree. And so Ebro Darden, former program director, who under his watch, Hot 97 has fallen to its worst point ever by way of the ratings. Its worst point ever. He should have known better. But, Ebro is the ultimate fuck boy. I have no respect for him. None.
You guys have any history?
No. Other than the fact he's a liar, no.
What's he a liar about?
Hang on. Okay. Ebro's a compulsive liar. And every time I have been intertwined with something by way of a feud or tension, the police get involved and it becomes...
What do you mean the police?
Hang on. Hang on.
You keep telling me to hang on, but...
The police get involved and it becomes a legal thing. Now, he's a liar. He lies to the public. He lies on the microphone. He lies on Twitter. I've got no respect for him. So that's the thrust of the whole thing that came out of Hot 97. I was on my show saying someone needs to slap Rosenslaub in his mouth. Not I'm going to do it, but someone. If you love the hip hop genre or the culture, whatever you call it. Fuckboy Ebro goes on Twitter, starts telling me to come up to Hot 97 and slap Rosenslaub.
So he's daring you.
He's doing what fuck boys do. He's trying to get me back into some more legal shit. You see, you've
had enough legal shit.
Hang on. He's a liar. He used to lie and say he fired me. He had nothing to do with me leaving Hot 97. They offered me nigger pennies, and based upon something you understand, point per cost, I didn't want nigger pennies.
As a settlement to go away?
No. To stay there.
Oh, to stay. Okay.
They wanted me to stay.
Okay.
And I said, well, if I were a nigger from Harlem, I'd take your nigger pennies. But I'm not. I'm a rock and roller. If you can't pay me $1.8 million for the first year to compete against Howard Stern, who I'm fucking beating, then I'm out of here. So he's a liar. He lied about that. He lied about the fact that Hot 97 was suing me when they claimed they were fired me. He's been lying over the fucking years. Right now, do you know where he is in the mornings?
Where is he in the mornings?
He's like 19th or 20th place. Now, he'll lie to you and say, oh, well, I'm only concerned about the 18 to 34 demo. Well, no, man. No, Steve Harvey puts it down. Old man Steve Harvey's beating the shit out of Hot 97 in the 12 plus, 18 to 34.
We're talking about WBLS.
Hang on.
We're talking about WBLS.
And the 25 to 54-year-old. I've got no respect for him. Ebro, he's a liar. So what is the actual question that you want to ask?
The question is, this video clip I saw, you guys were at an event. Mm-hmm. And you saw Ebro. You had the microphone. You had the camera on you. You approached Ebro, and then you guys had some words. What happened, man?
It wasn't really words.
You talked about where's Rosenberg.
No, hang on. It was about why are you here? You don't like battle rap. Why are you here? You see that's what it was all about. It wasn't about let's fight yada yada yada. No.
Did Ebro ever say he doesn't fuck with battle rap?
on multiple occasions.
But he also did say that he was paid to be there. So,
And that's fine.
no, and
That's
I'm
fine.
just saying, and I don't have no side I'm taking. I'm
That's
just saying,
fine. That's fine. Yeah.
He said he was paid to be there.
I'm not gonna slap anybody on camera, even if I'm just joking around.
Right.
I'm not gonna look crazy like Suge Knight,
Okay.
fighting and shooting in a fucking club at 50.
Right.
Security is looking at me. I would have had to have shot security that night.
But it got to a point where the tension was kind of high. You said you're ready to.
He's a liar, and I don't respect him.
You said you were ready to. But he put his chin out and said, "Are you going to smack me?" And you're like, "Oh, you want me to smack
He's a
you?"
hoe ass nigga.
For Rosenberg.
And I thought about it.
Right.
But you know what? Hang on. I caught myself.
You caught yourself.
I caught myself.
That's really what I wanted to ask you, because I didn't know
I
where that
caught
change
myself,
of heart
homie.
happened.
No, it was a business decision.
Right.
Clearly. That's all. Yeah.
It was a business.
Yeah, I could be arrested, fucking around with him again, sued again. Who invited me down there from what is it? No, it wasn't. It
wasn't Smack, was it?
It wasn't a Smack event. It was Total Slaughter.
Okay.
Joe Budden and Hollow Dodon.
Shady.
Shady. Yeah,
Shady,
they wanted
right.
me to come be a judge. I caught myself. Bottom line, he's not worth this slap. I don't even respect him enough to slap him.
Okay. Let me ask you something, man. Do any of these guys ever reach out to you, man? Do you know Rosenberg? Have you ever had a conversation with
There's no
Rosenberg?
reason to talk.
But has anybody ever reached out to you? Have you ever been open?
Hang on. Jay Dixon reached out to me.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
No, who's Jay Dixon?
Ebro's boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
And reached out to you and said what?
And I said, I'm not going to sit here on some whole shit and say
Right.
what we spoke about.
Right.
But I said to Jay Dixon, program director of Hot 97 last month, no thank you, man. No thank you.
Damn, you just answered my question, man. Because, you look at the terrain of radio right now, and there's all these new mediums popping up, man. You're thriving on the internet. I'm thriving. We're thriving on a podcast. Podcasts are like
Never mind the plantation. Build your own nation.
Is there a check that would bring you back? When we had this conversation last year, is there a check?
The great Nasir Jones.
That would bring you back to the radio.
Nasir Jones
Yes.
once said, always forward, never backward, stupid. Go back to what? Go back at 50 years of age, go back and sit and talk about fucking Scat Breeze. What's his name, Scat Breezy? Covering up his fucking Nicki Minaj tattoo? Go back to what? Go back and sit in a fucking chair and talk about Tiger leaving YMCMB? Why the fuck would I go back?
You don't want to go back to Around the World Connections.
I made News One's top 20 greatest black radio hosts of all time.
Yes.
I'm number 18. Go back to what? I took over $10 million from Clear Channel. You've got some paperwork down there from somebody. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know where this. I don't even want to talk about this paperwork.
Yeah.
This paperwork that
somehow
some names. I don't want to even.
Yeah.
I'm not a lawyer anymore. So
You know what the fuck that paperwork
yes,
is
I
right
do.
there.
I don't even want to talk about that. That's a whole other thing.
Somehow millions of dollars was sent over to Germany on my behalf, and I can't even touch it for another 7 years.
That's nice. That's nice, sir.
So go back to what?
Right.
Go back to cooning and clowning. You see, this is why I don't respect a lot of people on the microphones now, and it's not just Hot 97.
It's a culture. You say it's not the culture, but it is a culture of ignorance right now.
When I sat in the chair speaking to the 85%, the deaf, dumb, and the blind, and I got suspended on multiple occasions, it was because I was telling the truth, not because I was sitting there lying to people as they do now. When I sat there and I said, hey, wait a minute, they're going to pay fucking Eminem $300,000 in expenses to perform at Summer Jam, but yet and still they threaten Mary J. Blige, they threaten Jay-Z and everybody else, and they say, if you don't perform at Summer Jam for free, we're not going to play your fucking records. When I told people that, and I got suspended, even though I lost money, I felt good about telling the fucking truth.
So it was your conscience again driving you?
It was me being just, as they say in the streets, a real nigga.
Right. But was there ever a conflict, though, between your consciousness and you being a businessman?
Not really, because, not to sound, too cocky, but, I've always come from a background of being able to get money and to do things that to the point where I don't have to, scramble and scrounge. So, the nigger pennies that Hot 97 was offering me was just that.
Right.
So when I took that Clear Channel money, I said, well, hey, let me get half that money, but the other half, I need you to send it here.
I don't want to see that money.
Because I knew it wouldn't last that long. Yeah.
You say that, and you've written about it and you've been very consistent over the years. that you weren't hip hop, that you were rock and roll. But here
Well,
you
rock
are.
and roll's dead.
Well, but at the time, I mean, you grew up. I mean, you grew up with that
Yeah.
in your DNA and your environment. You talk about the greats that entertained you growing up, and you even brought some rock stars to Hot 97,
Yes,
which I thought was very historic.
Thank you, man.
Was it painful though to be leading the charge of a hip hop station, even though you weren't?
No. I mean, the only thing I know to do is just to be me, and I can't even give that period in time too much fucking light because to me that was just a gangster move. That's all it was. Do you want to know what? Do you want to know when my best time on the radio was?
When?
2004 in Hartford, Connecticut. I was able to grind the microphone for 1 year. And every day after the fucking show, I would go home. I was staying at the Buckland. I was staying across the street from the Buckland Hills Mall in Manchester. I could go to the fucking the bookstores and buy books and documentaries and educate myself and prepare myself mentally for the next phase of my life. That was the most beautiful time. I never used the word bitch. I never used the word nigga on the microphone. 2004, after you guys had a taste of me on Flop 97. So that's that. You know, I mean, you know, sort through what you will, you know, at Hot 97 and when I came back to Power 105, I mean, that was okay, but that was just a money move.
Right.
You know, I told Tom Poleman, you know, who's a piece of shit. I said, look, man, I don't, you know, I said, I don't want to be your fucking friend. Yeah, just give me the rest of my money. And, you know, come on, man, it is what it is. You know, he thought I wanted to be his fucking, you know, his fucking boy, and such was not the case.
Terrestrial is in the shitter, basically. What do you think about satellite, man?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, nothing at all.
So you wouldn't even fuck. I mean, because it would be a lateral move if you went.
No, it would be a downward move, because if I don't have equity, if I'm just fucking doing something, you know, that is just a fucking paycheck, then that's hustling backwards. Howard Stern had to sue Sirius XM for fucking stocks. Remember that?
Yes.
You see, I follow the trades and everything related to business. I don't just look at what the consumer sees. If I'm going to go up there and grind at 50 years of age, I got to get some equity. So what I do on Shot 97 is equity based. And even though people may not, you know, think that it's he used to do this on such and such a station, you know, I mean, I'm proud of that particular point in time, but you know, you have to do things that are longevity moves. I mean, I've got no biological kids, but what I'm doing now by way of fuck the police will be something that hopefully my kids can benefit from, you know, when I do have them in the future.
Their 401k. You're building their 401k.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, but even like when you speak about when he speaks about you and hip hop and everything, I remember back in Hot 97, you breaking an artist, Eamon. You know, on a radio.
I spoke to
station.
him last month.
Yeah, how's he doing?
He's in California now. He got out of his contract with Jive Records or Entertainment. I mean, you know, that's just me. Believe it or not, I've got OCD. I can't listen to fucking, you know, programming every fucking day.
Who can right now?
So,
who can?
well, you know, I needed a break. So in between, you know, Flip Mode Squad and Jay-Z and Diddy back in those days, I had to play the Smiths and Iron Maiden, or else I'd go fucking crazy.
But you did something. You did something which the radio stations are saying they can't do no more.
Yeah.
Which is go out of pocket and play something that you believed in.
Yeah.
Play something that was a little bit different.
Is that true, man, that you can't get out of pocket right now on radio? Is it so locked in?
You have to stick to a format,
Yeah.
and that's the reason why, you know, in 2006, me and Clear Channel, you know, before I took a swipe at Fuckboy DJ Envy. By the way, there's some papers next to you. I don't
want to talk about these papers.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't want to talk about these papers, man. Wait. What are these papers, man? What you?
Well, I don't know. Two papers I can vouch for, but the other one, something about a settlement. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with me.
Take a look at it, lawyer.
No, I'm not going to touch that, man. I'm not.
Get your fingerprints.
I'm not touching that, man.
Get the papers.
Well, you see, out of respect for you,
Right.
I want to come correct when I talk
sir.
to you, so that, you know.
Well, you've never lied to me, and I don't think
lied
you've
to
ever
you.
lied to us.
No,
You know what I'm saying? That's what I appreciate
Keep it true.
about you. I remember being at a dinner party with a lot of quote-unquote captains of industry back in like 2003.
Where was that at?
It's just somebody's house. It was like New Year's Day.
I must have been
It was
drunk.
these guys. No, it was these guys that was in the industry. I was
Okay.
at their house, and it was cats that I respected in the industry.
Okay.
And we were talking and drinking wine, and our wives were there, and our kids were running around. And it's some black men. It's all black men. And
Okay.
I'm like, yo, so What do you think about the dynamic shit
Right.
that Star is doing on the radio? The revolution.
I was there that night.
No, you weren't there.
Oh, okay,
you weren't
that's
there.
what I'd say.
No, you weren't there.
I didn't hang out with industry guys
you
like that.
weren't there. But I'm gonna tell you this funny story.
Okay.
So we were all sitting there, man, and these guys are millionaires. I'm probably like the smallest pocket in the group.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, what do you guys think about the revolutionary shit?
Oh, they probably hated my guts.
They were like, don't mention his name.
Yeah.
And the tone got real crazy, and I was never invited back, Star.
right.
I was never invited back. And I was like, you motherfucker, like it really opened up my eyes to how shook.
I'm half Italian, but you
some
know
of
what?
these cats are.
All right, I like that.
I'm too black and I'm too strong
Right.
for a lot of people.
Right.
Yeah.
Or do you think also it's your white side? Because sometimes when I look at your
Could be.
when I look at your trajectory,
Don.
when I look at your trajectory,
Yeah.
and I look how you've gone against the institution and fuck this person and fuck that person, and you curse Tommy Mottola out.
I cursed his daughter out.
Okay.
His daughter called Hot 97 thinking I should give a fuck about her.
What was his daughter?
Well, I don't know, some fucking wide butt Italian bitch, but you know, she called.
Maria.
You hit it or something?
No. She called the show because I was on the air talking about her father was a fucking joke.
Right.
And he wrote Walter Yetnikov's, Wave. And for Michael Jackson,
This generation knows nothing about Walter Yetnikov.
for Michael Jackson to
Right.
say that you're a racist.
For Michael Jackson.
Something's fucking wrong with
Right.
you.
So you called him out on
So
it.
I shitted on him because he lost his grip and got tossed out of Sony. So
Right.
then his daughter calls the show, and I cursed her out too. And I think I got suspended for 2 days because Columbia, somebody was spending money with Hot.
Somebody was paying the bills.
Yeah, somebody's keeping the lights on. That's fuck all of you. Yeah.
But my initial question is, did you ever forget that you were black? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to say there's limitations to our melanin. You know what I'm saying? But some shit that the white boys get away with, we're not expected to get away
I'm
with.
from New Jersey.
Okay.
And that's my answer. I'm a man of color. I'm the son of a proud African American man. My ancestors.
A black an American man.
My father fought in World War II when he was
Yes.
14 years of age.
Yes.
From Durham, North Carolina. I'm proud of my black ancestors, my black family. I'm black. Even though my mother's Italian and I've got Caucasian, fat people,
You never got it twisted.
Never. My father wouldn't let me get it twisted. My
Awesome.
my father used,
Awesome.
used to say to me growing up, "Hey boy, you got too many crackers on your wall. You got Evel Knievel and these fucking partridge crackers."
You didn't have the Framptons on your
Takes-
shit, did you? You have Peter Frampton?
Peter Fran. Well,
Peter Fran-
no. My father felt that was too many crackers. So, you know.
So you didn't have no baked ziti on Sunday? You didn't eat
Sure
at
I
3
did.
o'clock?
Sure I
But
did.
he's
Are you
talking
kidding
about
me?
the people on the wall. He's talking about the food. He's talking about the people on the
Well,
wall.
I want to know if the heritage was still in there, too.
The
you know?
heritage was very strong.
Has that helped you out? Because I want to be honest with
Sure,
you.
sure.
For me, and I always say this, for growing up in Coney Island, till I was 14 years old, and then I moved to Bensonhurst. I always credit Coney Island to helping me be very cultural. Because if I grew up in Bensonhurst, at that time it was the Yusuf Hawkins era, I would have been just like any of the old Italian uncles that are racist, that can't see past anything.
right,
so
right.
so I, like I know you touched on this off air a little bit about, having some Italians or, family that were
Uncles and cousins.
Uncles.
What's
because
up,
of
Sal?
prejudice.
What's up, Sal?
no, not the cops, fuck the cops, but the prejudice, that happens. But being, of black and Italian, that may have sort to be different for you, no?
Well, Italians are very confused. And Italians, let's be clear, are just niggas with straight hair. Let's be clear. And so...
Pete, my nigga.
He's a nigga with straight hair. Let's not get it fucked up. I say that respectfully. But now,
Pete's a great dude, by the
you
way.
see, wherever you grew up in Coney Island, I don't know if you grew up in the projects or a house, but
I
there's
grew up at Mermaid Avenue. It's in between. I mean,
I
the
know.
bag lady era.
I know where you were, but you see, there's
Schmezzo
a
Bakery.
difference between inner city Italians and suburban Italians. I grew up in New Jersey, so the Italians I came up with were mostly families of bosses who lived on the outskirts of the city where they did their dirty work. A lot of my friends were kids from the Colombo families.
Bonanos?
Bonanos, different families. So there was a difference on how we grew up and how you grew up. And I say that, again, respectfully. So there was more of an air of arrogance coming from the suburbs. We looked upon the city as, just fucking lowlifes. people who ate potatoes 7 days a week. Respectfully.
No, it's funny. It's funny you say that because when I moved to Bensonhurst, I remember a couple of Italian guys saying, "Hey, you can't have these people here," and I was like, "What people? Sharon, this other guy. These are all my friends. I already grew up with all these years. They're just the same people. We're just going to play duck hunt."
Motherfuck the police.
Yes. Time to heal.
Yeah.
One more question, man. Time to heal.
I'm trying to get Miss Jones to host the show.
Wasn't there some beef with you and Miss Jones or history?
Never.
Okay.
I love Miss Jones. She's a sexy bitch.
I love Miss Jones too.
Me and Miss Jones get on the phone as we did last week, and it's just laughing from the fucking start until the end.
How's she doing, man?
She's doing. She's not really in the quote unquote radio game right now, but she's a mother. She's got two kids, and she's a knowledgeable woman. She's a hustler. She's still up in the casinos. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to get her to host this show, Time to Heal. So this is why your donations are important, folks. Yes. I need to make.
And tell them where to go again, man.
Well, go to shot97.com. Yes. Follow us on Twitter at Star and Buck Wild, or go to Indiegogo and just type in "fuck the police." We need donations. We need public support. The show launches on Monday, and I want to get Miss Jones to host this show. And this is going to be at my studio. It's the Shot 97 studio. So again, your donations do make a difference. They will enable us to expand and to have other programming as well. There's other show concepts that I have in mind. Most of them talk shows. Nothing really music based. I think we've got enough rhythmic fucking stuff that is shoveled down the throats of today's listeners. But it's very important, and I hope that you folks find the merit within what it is that I'm doing.
We talked about growth, and I said that I see a change in you. And I read your autobiography. I think it's a great book. I read it twice.
Thank you.
And one of the things that I love was the pictures of you when you were pimping on 42nd Street. You had the Jerry curl.
What color suit? What color suit?
Did you ever have to put your hands on a woman?
No.
Never.
No,
okay.
I had to defend myself against a girl who tried to stab.
Right.
Yeah, down on 11th Avenue, 38th Street. But I was not a gorilla pimp. I was like, hey, give my money, bitch. I was a cokehead.
Okay.
And any bitch that would sell her ass and get us some coke, that was my hoe.
So there's definitely no change of heart then in the person that you've always been, particularly with this whole Time to Heal thing.
I didn't come up under females getting violated and beaten. So that's not the core of how I see females.
You were raised to respect women.
I grew up under a very vicious Italian bitch. My mother.
Wooden spoon? Did she hit you with the wooden spoon?
My mother used to slap the shit out of me. My father, African-American, never touched me. But my mother would backhand me. She'd grab me by the hair and bang my head against the refrigerator. So my mother was getting her master's degree like in the fucking early 70s.
So she was young.
She was in her early 20s.
Right. So now she's got these black kids.
Yeah.
And a black husband.
Yep. And
she lost all her white privilege.
My mother didn't care. She was just vicious. Right. And she was going to get her master's degree up until the mid-70s. So how I perceived women from an early age was not like, oh, these are just bitches and whores and yada, yada. I couldn't because, I used to get regulated by a female. So going into the 80s and different, 90s and stuff like that, and even though, I was on coke and most of my girlfriends were on coke and selling their ass up in Show World,
Fucking Show World.
Show
man.
World. I still did
fucking show internets. Y'all don't know about
I
Show
still
World,
didn't feel the need to violate a female.
Right.
Okay, you don't want to sell your ass to get us some coke? Fuck you, bitch. It's over.
Okay.
Lick the bag.
There you go.
So, what was your relationship with your mom? What is it like right now?
It's the same,
It's the same.
It's respect.
Respect. No bad feelings like you. No, like you.
Why? My audience knows I'm sincere with it.
Yes.
We're sitting here talking.
Your true audience knows.
Yeah. We're having fun because we can say these things in America.
Yeah.
We should be able to fucking get high and drunk, fall down in the street and not be shot by fucking pigs.
Yes.
Whether you're black, whether you're white, this is the land of fuckery. Alcohol is a drug, is it not?
Do you drink still?
I can't drink like I used to.
Right.
I had a liver transplant in 2008. I can drink, but I can't drink like I used to.
Right.
But here's the thing. Alcohol is a fucking drug.
It's one of the worst drugs out there on the street.
Tell me about it. You know, so you know, now we're legalizing marijuana. Okay, that's beautiful.
Yes.
So now, why are the pigs still? Why do you still have a gripe with this? Yeah, and here's something else. Let me just say this. You know, because just because we're sitting here saying bitches, bitch, doesn't mean that I'm not concerned about females. I don't want to hear about females being cavity searched because some fucking pig smells weed in a car. Are you kidding me? You're gonna pull females over on the side of the road and stick your fingers in their fucking pussy looking for a fucking 20 sack of kush? Are you kidding me?
Finger bangers. Those are the original finger bangers.
You ever been harassed by the cops, man?
Sure. I've had a cop fucking give me a forearm smash back in the days. I had another cop. He socked me in the side of my fucking head. I mean, I was trying to sell coke. I was on coke. Yeah. I mean, I've had my run-ins, but have I been beat like fucking Abner Louima? No. But I don't want to see that happen to anybody else either.
Yeah.
What do you think makes these cops so goddamn fucking angry?
They're fucking they're ignorant.
I'm just
uneducated.
Uneducated.
We've already spoke about uneducated.
No, I know.
Conditioned by hatred in America. America has done so much internally to people that the fucking cops are paranoid. You're paranoid because you know that the lineage that you come from is a bad one.
Even inside the prison system, they look at you as like just a tax dollar. Now, don't get me wrong. People that are in there, they made mistakes, but as a tax dollar, they want to destroy you. I seen it.
Yeah.
I witnessed it, and I have had happen to me.
Yeah.
You're a tax dollar motherfucker. We're gonna beat you, and we're gonna abuse the shit out of you.
Capitalism is a beautiful thing, but greed is something else.
Greed is a disease, man.
Yeah, greed is a fucking.
So you're moving, huh? You want to move? You want to leave the United States?
Well, in about 8 years.
In about 8 years.
You
think it's all going down to hell, man?
I hope not.
Right.
Because
But you're a smart man. I'm a smart man. You see the writings on the wall, man.
Again, my father and other people's fathers, brothers, uncles, mothers, nieces, nephews, cousins have fought for this motherfuckers. Right. So I'm not turning my back.
You have pride in this country.
I love American soil.
Yes.
But I'm just standing up for what I think is right. So that's why we're asking for donations. Shot97.com.
There's no dollar amount that's too low, correct, Star?
No.
Go to Indiegogo.
No.
Look up Fuck the Police.
Fuck the police.
Go to Shot97.
Holler at Kevin Lyles and tell him Star said, hey, Star needs some support.
I definitely will, man.
Yeah.
Definitely will. So are you not listening to anything right now, music-wise? Because rock and roll, rock is dead. Hip-hop, who knows what the fuck is going on with
What
hip-hop.
am I listening to?
What are you listening to right now, man?
At 50 years of age,
Yes.
I'm listening to, I don't listen in the same way that young people listen, but I'm listening to what, a Young Chop and those guys are doing out in fucking Chirac.
Yes.
I'm listening to what Rich Homie Quan is doing in the ATL. I mean, I'm and this is the reason why Fuck the Police is so dear to me, because I'm listening to what they're saying. I mean, art imitates life.
Yes.
I'm listening to what they're saying, and what they're saying is just it's intensifying, and we're so hard on the young people with regards to hip hop and the rap lyrics. Well, they're just fucking crying out. The babies are crying out.
I'm glad you said that, man, because I hear some of the music and the old, that's not how hip hop should be comes out, and then I got to tame myself. I got to be like, listen, man, like the art form always changes. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be 18 for the rest of my life. I'm not 18.
No.
So. Even like you said, Rich Homie Quan, and sometimes I don't understand what the fuck he's saying, but he's not saying it bad. You understand what I'm saying?
The what they're saying is a reflection of the real circumstances right now. I wouldn't listen to fucking New Edition if you gave me $1,000. I don't want to hear Nirvana right now. I mean, my all-time favorite two bands are Rush and Chic, but other than that, I don't take it back too far, man. Right. I can't do old school. I mean, I would never host an old school radio show, and people have asked me.
Right.
No, thank you. No,
moving
thanks.
forward.
I got to talk about what's going on right now, and this real shit of people being violated.
So you just want to continue to be more independent?
Well, Star's been independent.
No, but I mean, because he's getting offers from people and turning them down. So I mean,
I talk to people from time to time, and I didn't say what I said about Jay Dixon from Hot 97 to sound cool, but just to let you know, I ain't looking for no fucking job.
Right.
I don't need a job. I mean, I can get a job.
God bless you for that.
If I want a job, but you know, we have to strive to build what has been lost by way of the fucking industry. And again, no disrespect to Lyor Cohen, but you know, when I look at rappers and producers that have fucking, you know, their shit all up on DatPiff, and they've got fucking 500 to 800 mixed CDs.
That's a lot of money lost.
And you don't have no donate button next to your shit? Really, my nigga? Really?
We got to put a donate button next to the Combat Jack
You
show.
goddamn right you do, because you know why? A real boss doesn't do shit for free.
Mm.
This is America, land of capitalism.
Yes, yes. Fuck the police.
Fuck the police.
Time to heal, right?
Thank you, guys. I think we're good.
What can we do with you, man? What can we do to help your cause, man?
You already do, man. You support me and I support you.
Thank you.
Just spread the word.
And understand, man.
We're looking for donations.
I love what I do right now. I never had the courage to do this. I never had the courage to do this, but I remember specifically when you were on the radio and I was pushing papers in my law office. And I was like, damn, I wish I could do what this man here is doing. So I always got to thank you.
You do it well, man.
Thank you.
And you're compassionate about it. You know, people who don't know your history as, you know, you going back in the days of being a lawyer to joining up with you know, smaller outfits to come to where you are. That's passion.
Yes, sir.
That's passion.
Yes, sir.
And this is what's driving me right now. Passion. You know, the money comes by way of the passion.
Of course.
If you're just trying to get rich, you won't get rich.
No, you can't chase money.
You have to be passionate about it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Once again, tell the audience where to find you, man.
If you can't find me, kill yourself.
Well, tell 'em where to find
Shot97.com.
Shot97.com.
Indiegogo. Fuck the police.
At Star and Buckwild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Star, man.
And that's on Instagram too? Star and Buckwild?
Are you on Instagram?
I've got an Instagram page.
What is it?
But I don't. Well, it's at Star and Buckwild.
Okay.
But it's too much for me.
Get an intern.
It's too much snitching for me.
Where's Buckwild, man? What's up with Buckwild?
Buckwild's in his skin.
Okay.
He just had another beautiful boy, a kid. He's good. You know, Buckwild has just always been anti-hero, anti-industry. There will always be a Star in Buckwild. Yes. But he doesn't like to do this. I mean, I dragged him up here last time.
Which was great.
Do you remember he's sitting there playing his fucking hair?
Yes.
Star, I need a blunt, Star. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Ecuadorian hair or Blaxican or whatever fuck. Now you had a trivia item about Buckwild.
No. Well, I remember speaking with. Star knows that we know some of the same people,
yeah.
and I remember Nat Robinson's son Ward was supposed to be Buckwild at one point in time, or things like that.
Yeah, that's family. Nat Robinson and Ward and everybody.
First priority.
Yeah. You know, Buckwild. Sometimes he goes out on the blink, and if I have a fucking deal that I'm trying to close or that I have closed, and he's not going to show up to fucking collect the paycheck, I'll snatch somebody and say, hey, you're Buckwild for 3 days, so we can get this fucking paper.
So Ward was a candidate.
Ward was Buckwild on paper maybe for a week or so.
Well,
nice.
You know, Ward, and it's funny because when they go over your history and the relationships that you have in the industry, particularly with First Priority, you know, I was looking at a magazine, the Around the Way Connections that you did, and looking at the
it was horrible in terms of graphics and everything.
I got a couple of issues in my crib.
The intros, Combat, the intros that you used to do.
I wrote those myself.
Yeah. And you know, it was like that was where everything was started. Everything. I mean,
but it was all passion. Once again, it was all passion. It didn't have to look good. Yeah. It didn't have to sound good. As long as you were passionate.
I don't look good now.
No, you look great, man.
Well, no, I'm talking about in terms of presentation. Right. I don't feel that I have to sit in front of a fucking camera on some fucking yacht. I'm grinding the microphone. I'm 50 years old. I talk. People donate. People appreciate what it is that I say. That's good enough for me.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Star, man. Once again, thank you.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Good to meet you, man.
Pete, man, what do you think, man?
Well, first of all, the guys, honestly, and you have to get this word, but the guy's a legend.
Yes.
And you know what? And you know, we didn't meet the last time, but I've been involved from the beginning of the show. And I will say, like, Combat has always, you know, has been inspired by Howard Stern and Star and Buckwild.
I appreciate that.
And
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's it.
Maybe Frankie Crocker, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't live in a world of music anymore.
Yeah.
No,
we don't live in a world of music anymore.
No, most definitely. And I always have followed that lead. And, you know, the compassion and the things that you're showing now, I mean, that's just you. But what you have contributed has always been funny, dope, and
Thank
real.
you. Thank you.
Fuck the police.
Well, you know, everything with me at Hot 97 is not bad. And
Yes.
I don't want people to think that, because there are people that I learned from, such as Fred Bugs, Bob Slade, and Tripp. I mean, you know, me and Funkmaster Flex have always been cool. And when people say Star King of Radio, I say, no. Funkmaster Flex. That's, in my mind,
Really?
yeah.
Tell us that, as we close. Tell us why, man.
Passion for the genre, or some people call it a culture. Passion.
To this day.
To this day. Funkmaster Flex gets on the microphone. He's talking that real hip-hop shit. And you know it's real. That's it.
And when you guys were on that ship, man, when you were on that ship, did you have a camaraderie or like a relationship with Flex?
We had friction one time.
Right.
It only lasted for 2 days, and then it was just all respect.
Awesome.
All respect.
Awesome. I got to close, man, with the most classic. I think the most classic in urban radio was when you called in to Flex's show.
Let's not go down
When Mr. Tigger was, oh my God.
Can we not?
Don't find no fucking Scud missiles.
Oh my God.
Don't find no fucking
that was
Scud
the
missiles.
best.
Tigger's a good guy.
Yes.
Let's move on.
Okay. Internets. You tuned into the Combat Jack Show, thecombatjackshow.com.
Yes.
Mr. Troy Star Terrain.
There
Give
you
this
go.
man a round of applause.
Thank you.
You know what it is.
Cheer.
Dream those dreams and man up and live those dreams, because a life without dreams is black and white, and the
Okay.
universe flows in Technicolor. What?
And surround
And
sound.
surround sound.
Blah.
Blah.
Internets. Fuck the police.
This episode of the Combat Jack Show was produced by Jonathan Mena, executive produced by A. King and Chris Morrow, engineered by Samir Karan, and recorded in the Engine Room Audio Studio in downtown Manhattan. This is an official Loudspeakers Networks production.